Hi guys, it's Manny Manscaping on YouTube, and today we're tearing into the 212cc Britain Predator engine from Harbor Freight. I think it threw a rod. It's leaking. So we're going to tear into it today. Right now we're working on pulling the tank so we can drain it. Alright guys, so just loosen the 4 engine bolts. We should be able to slide this right back. And take this bench off finally. If it decides it wants to cooperate. Hopefully it does. Which one's on?
Get some light on this. The light.
Alright guys, the engine bolts, it should just be loose now, and we should be able to slide this belt off finally, which evidently it don't want to cooperate with. So, now we're just going to proceed to take all of them out, because in the long run it'll be easier anyway, because I need to examine the case and everything to make sure it ain't cracked. Which I think it is.
Pack? You pack stuff? Did you pack stuff?
Sorry guys, there's kids in the background. But we're in a time crunch right now. Very, very big one. Alright. I think I'm going to throw you guys back on a time lapse for a bit while I finish unbolting this engine. Alright guys, I didn't manage to get it on video, but we got her free. We put the breaker bar on her, and she now cranks, which is very good, because that's nice and loosey-goosey, like we want. That's good. We're making progress on her. Pretty sure we figured out what did it. It looks like they ran mixed gas in it instead of straight gas. It's gas only, 10% ethanol. A lot of people make that mistake, but don't make that mistake, because it'll wreck your engine. Alright guys, we got it unseized. Now we're pumping the gas out. Trying to keep it from squirting everywhere. It's very, very bad gas. Okay guys, now we're going to pull the tank off because they put mixed oil in. That's not okay, and it's going to mess up the carb, so we're going to pull it off. That way we don't ruin the carb. And then we're going to put the drill on her and got all the Marvin's mystery oil out of her. And then we might do an oil change if it has spark after we check it. And let's get started. We got one bolt down. Put her in the tray. Okay, and guys, with Predators, engines that is, it should only be 2 bolts to remove the gas tank. Like so. And then we gotta grab the needle nose off the workbench. And bear with me, we're working on getting tools organized right now. Open these up and reclamp. Gonna kneel down now and try to see the Okay, now we got that nasty fuel out. As you can see in the tote, that is very, very bad fuel. It's mixed with a bit of oil from out of that pump. But now, time to grab a bin and crank her over. Guys, we got the fuel tank off with Predator engines. It's normally only 2. I disconnected it, pulled it off. You will be able to see it, but I was very quiet, so you weren't able to hear probably. Now we're gonna grab the bin. We're gonna throw it over like this. That way we don't get the Marvin's mystery oil everywhere. We got our puppy pad underneath. Put our drill on and just like so. And as you can see, there's a lot of gunk in that engine, besides for the mystery oil. Alright guys, now we have some super whatever from Walmart. Get it? It's carb cleaner. We're just going to spray it down in here like so and fill that head right up with the carb cleaner just to make sure we get all the Marvin's mystery oil right on out. And we're going to grab our good old trusty DeWalt and slap her back on there.
And cover the camera, man.
Yep.
Put the cover back on it.
Yeah, where is our cover? We can eat that again. Where did you set it? Oh yeah, it's over here. Guys, we just covered the camera guy right in some carb cleaner and Marvin's mystery oil.
I saw that coming too.
But, you know what? At least it didn't catch on fire.
I didn't get it in my eye. Probably should do that again.
Yeah. Okay guys, we're gonna do the oil. We're gonna drain the oil real quick and see how milky it is. Probably pretty milky, but you never know. Yep, she's milky. Alright, and guys, never forget this part. always make sure you have a bottle underneath, because if it seeps into your concrete, it's never coming out. And also, always make sure you have a pad of some sort underneath. In this case scenario, I have a puppy pad underneath. Look at that nice milky oil. Yeah, I'd say this oil is low. Very, very low. Alright guys, this is the oil that just came out of this compressor. That is very bad. It needed a service. It looks like it had factory oil. Not good, guys. Change your oil. Guys, now we're gonna finish the oil change. We're gonna put some oil in her. And then we're gonna try and crank her over with the drill again. And make sure that it's not going to seize up at all, and oil that piston up. And once we return it, we'll tell the customer, make sure they change the oil routinely, because that oil weren't acceptable. And now we're spilling oil. And we're going to have to check it in about 5 seconds. But we're working with the wrong type of funnel right now. Way too small. But it'll do. We couldn't find our black funnel, which is how it normally goes, because you need something and you can't find it. That's how it always goes. Now it's time to check our oil and see if we have enough, or if we put too little, or if we put too much. We put a little too much, guys. But that's okay. We'll just put our bottle back underneath there. We'll drain it out a bit. It's as simple as that. Okay, looks like we're out of engine cleaner now. But you know what? We had enough to get it semi-clean, and it's still gonna get power washed and stuff anyway. So that don't really matter. Just here to help loosen some of the grease off it. That's all. Believe it or not, this machine used to be black and not brown. Alright guys, now we're putting the fuel tank back on. It's doing good so far, as long as this little friggin' fuel hose clamp will cooperate, which so far doesn't seem like it wants to. But guess what? It went on anyway, because I didn't give it a choice. Now we're going to get our fuel tank mounted back on, and everything else put back on. Alright guys, now we got the DeWalt back on her. We got our plug put on, just set there in the spark plug boot. We're going to make sure we got the gas tank on, remounted, We're gonna put the gas cap on really quick. Need these for a second. Push that in. This on like so. Obviously, the tank is drained right now because it had 2 cycles in it, and we need straight gas. But now we're gonna try and see if it has spark. Helps if we turn on the switch. We're good, guys. We got spark, which means it should start when we put fuel on it. Hopefully it does. If not, it means the jet's probably clogged in the carb, but we'll see. Alright guys, now we're pulling the carb off to make sure there ain't a bunch of gunk in it. Let's hope there isn't, but there probably will be. Just because Harbor Freight air compressors love to be a pain in the butt. Oh, and I did it off camera, but I put the pull cord back on, and the guard is halfway back on. We'll finish it once we check the carb, and we know everything's good. There's the air box. Right here. Then of course with Chinese machines you got these little plastic pieces, which is no surprise. Pull the carb off and we're going to drain that bowl and see how disgusting it is. Which it's probably going to be filled. We're going to set that in there for a second. Got our trusty camera guy. Alright guys, now we're going to loosen these right up. Oh. And of course this one wants to be a, you know what. Obviously I'm not going to say it on camera, because there could be some little kids out there. I doubt it. There's little kids right now, but you never know. Oh yeah, look at that nasty, lovely, lovely fluids coming out. Yeah. This guy's probably gonna need a carb. Oof. Yeah, look at that, guys. That's yummies. Yummies, yummies in our tummies. That's just what we love to see.
Be careful of that gasket.
Yeah.
If you get that carb cleaner on that, it's gonna
break her right up. Where's our tiny flathead? This one I'll do. Just try and get some of that rust out. And then in a second here, I'm going to run over and grab the carb cleaner. And we're going to clean this up, and then we're going to have to check jets and everything. Because honestly, this don't look very good. That is a bad sign. Oof. And also make sure you have a well-ventilated garage if you're using carb cleaner, because it'll knock you out. Guys, it don't taste good. Keep that in mind. But yep, that's all the fluids that was in it. Not good. That's probably why he couldn't get her to run. But you know what? We don't judge here. We just fix. Alright, let me go get the straw so I can blow some carb cleaner through the jet. Did that carb just fall? Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Make sure to get. As you can see, it's coming out of both jets now, which is good. Now just make sure it's coming out. Into here. Make sure all our holes are clean. We're getting fuel everywhere. Yep. We're going to pull our float and needle out really quick, and we're going to run some carb cleaner down there. So just like so. Why wouldn't the lever pop off right now? And as you can see, we got fuel running through, which is very, very good.
Flip it upside down.
As you can see, we got all that gunk in there. So you go just like so. Get it all out. Don't make the same mistake as me. I left the gasket on there. I'm not even going to try and take it off now because I know it'll break. Then we're going to walk over to the air compressor and blow this carb out real quick. This is just an extra step I take. Just to make sure there's really no debris. And just extra precaution. And then look at that nice shiny carb. Almost looks like new. Well, for a Chinese carb, if it was a Chinese carb, this would be new. It would probably run just as good as a new Chinese carb. Alright guys, now we're just going to put it back together. And I'm sure you guys can hear him back there. It's Cowboy sniffing around. He's just living his life. Set that on there and go just like so. Boop, 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 boop. You're disgusting. I'm sure you guys just heard my camera guy shit himself. Thankfully, you guys are on the other side of it, so you can't smell it. It's a mix of fart, rotten eggs, and carb cleaner over here. It ain't a good combo. Alright, that's tight enough. Now we're gonna go slap our freshly cleaned carb on. That's a good sign, guys. You ready, guys?